Hi, hey, welcome to the website. My name's Tim Bartley. I'm a hypnotherapist and I specialize in weight release. So I want to tell you a little bit about myself, a little bit about the program and the website. And I might tell you some things that maybe you never thought of before. It's pretty interesting. So my name is Tim Bartley. I'm a hypnotherapist. I've conducted thousands of sessions, and I've even taken extra training with two men. One was Dr. Will Horton, and the other was Tom Nicoli. And Tom Nicoli was the hypnotherapist on the Dateline NBC Weight Loss Challenge. So you can still look that up on the internet. That was a few years ago. And you might be surprised about a few things. Why we gain weight, why we can't get rid of it, those kinds of things. So if you want to learn more about me, then you can click on the Meet Tim Bartley link. If you want to know where my office is, it's at your house. I specialize in distance therapy. Click on office locations. That's all explained there. And then if you have questions about, what is hypnotherapy? How does our mind work? How does this process work? What does it feel like? All of that is discussed in the Getting Started link. So all the information is there. When it comes to weight gain, there's a lot of things going on there. The first problem is not the weight. That's a symptom. The first problem is an emotion. Then that emotion dictates behavior. What we're doing is we're trying to comfort and distract ourselves from feelings we don't like inside. That leads to weight gain, which is the second problem. Then that leads to the third thing, which is we go on these diet and exercise programs and we fail. Why? Because the emotion and the belief system's still in place. And then that can be the doorway to the fourth thing, which is depression. So here's the thing, your conscious and subconscious mind, they're like it's like your twin sister, okay? So consciously you might say, well, geez, I need to lose some weight. And you begin to lose weight. Then all of a sudden the subconscious is like, whoa, whoa, whoa. She's losing weight. We've got to get the weight back on. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. That's how our minds work. There's a reason for the weight. There's a reason. Sometimes the weight is there to protect us from the bumps and the bruises of the world. It's a protection mechanism a lot of times. My father passed away of a heart attack, 350 pounds. Was it that he really enjoyed food that much? Was it my mother's cooking? No. He was trying to distract and comfort from feelings inside that he didn't like. And we all do this. I call it the too muches. I eat too much, I drink too much, I smoke too much. Ever watch those TV shows with the shopaholics? They're coming home with these, bags of things that they bought and they're like $80,000 in debt. Why we do that is when we're eating too much or shopping too much or whatever, for a brief amount of time, we're successfully distracting and comforting ourselves from feelings inside we don't like. It's the alcoholic, I'm going to drown my sorrows. That's really what's happening. So in order to get you down to your goal weight and so you can stay there, there's a few things that have to happen. My program, my base program is 6 sessions. Then I have, if you want to do something called gastric band hypnotherapy, that's an additional couple of sessions. If you haven't heard of that, there is a surgery where it's gastric band surgery, where they'll go in surgically, make your stomach the size of a tennis ball. You just can't eat much. And I get a person like that once a month. And they come in, yeah, they lost 80, 100 pounds, but mentally, it's still exactly where it was before, why they got to that weight. So the weight loss program, and I'll never do just that part. You have to go through the whole thing because that just isn't fair to people. So the way it works is we conduct one session and then I have an entire audio program, a home audio program. So we conduct session 1, you go home, you listen to track 1 3 or 4 times. We do session 2, you listen to track 2, session 3, track 3. Then there's a bonus track at the end of that is like a summation of everything that we've done. And what we cover is this. Why did the weight come on? Why is it there to begin with? We find it, we remove that. Number two, and this is the most important part of this process, how do you feel about you? And I'm not talking about how you feel about you when you lose the weight or when you get rich or whatever. I'm talking about right now. Because if you don't love and respect yourself at the very deepest center of you, good luck. Good luck releasing the weight and staying there. It's like driving an old car. You got an old rust bucket car. You don't love or respect it, therefore you probably don't wash it a whole lot. You buy a new car, well, you're washing it every week because you love it and respect it. The same holds true with how you feel about you. I'm an expert at this. We'll get you, we'll discover, and the weight loss program is the discovery weight loss program. Why? Because we're discovering the root causes of these things and we're eliminating them. So we'll discover the root causes of how you feel about you, and we'll remove it. We will remove absolutely everyone that's ever hurt you. No one will ever again be able to hurt you because you'll understand what they're really doing. That's a build-in to the sessions of treating yourself with self-respect, self-love, the books you watch, the movies you look at, the foods you eat. Emotions dictate behavior, okay? And this process has nothing to do with willpower. No willpower required. And that sounds like a sales pitch, but it isn't. When you emotionally feel a certain way, it dictates your behavior. If you look at a plate of French fries or onion rings, right now you might be like, well, I'll just have a couple. And then, oh no, no more. And then all of a sudden you've eaten even more. Well, what if you looked at that and you looked at it and you're like, I just don't do that to myself anymore. It's just how I feel. It makes it a lot easier, doesn't it? Okay. So that's the second session. The third session is portion control. Eating the right amount of foods. Something called the 3-bite rule. The more you eat, the less you taste. And then something called false hunger. Unfortunately for us, when we get the munchies or hunger in between meals, we get a signal to our brain that we're hungry when we're really thirsty. 97% of Americans at this moment are dehydrated, and they're getting signals to eat. Also, most people are constipated because we eat improperly. And why the Red Bull drinks and things like that, why that's a multi-billion-dollar industry is because by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you have no energy. Why? It's not so much that the food you're eating, it's how you're eating is why. Your blood sugar, your insulin levels are goofed up. Okay, that's the third session. The fourth one, emotional eating. What does food equal to you? Love, control, comfort, security? We will find what that is and we will remove it. And we will replace it with one new topic. Food equals fuel. Nothing more. Food equals fuel. Exercise is next. Oh, I love to exercise, but I never do it. Or I hate to exercise, or I hate to sweat. Why? We'll discover why, we'll remove it, and then we'll do some NLP techniques, neuro-linguistic programming. It's called a swish pattern. I'll have you identify things that you love to do and we'll connect it with exercise. So you actually really do enjoy exercising. And if anything is left, I'll have you fill out a form. If any of these problems are left by the 6th session, which they're usually not, then we'll go specifically after those. So, you know, a lot of people don't understand how their minds work at all. And what we do is we drag a lot of things from our childhood through our life. And why we equate overeating or why we equate food to comfort, or oh, when I'm lonely, I'm going to eat, or whatever it is because when you were a little baby in the womb, you were the most comforted and secure you're ever going to feel. At the moment of birth, you're the most uncomfortable and insecure you're ever going to feel. And then what did they do? They put something in your mouth. And when you were a child, every single time you were tired, cranky, having a bad day, you got a cookie, a cracker, a pacifier. So we learned that putting something in our mouth as a child makes us feel better. And that's true if you're 2 years old. But if you're an adult and you just had the worst day of your life, and you come home, let's say you feel lonely. Whether you eat nothing or you eat everything, guess who's waiting for you when you're done? Lonely. We completely remove that. This completely requires absolutely no willpower. If you need to lose, reduce a lot of weight, release a lot of weight, we can do this gastric band hypnosis in a way that's about 1 billion times more powerful than 99% of any other hypnotherapist out there. I employ something called sleep hypnosis, where there is no conscious mind interference at all. So it works really, really good. So anyway, thanks again for coming by the website. Again, if you want to learn more about me, meet Tim Bartley link. If you want to understand fully like how I conduct sessions via Skype or telephone, the office location link. And if this intrigues you, of course, consultations are always free. So feel free to give me a call, shoot me an email, go to the contact link. And if you want to get going, go through the Getting Started link. It answers every question that most people have. And if I didn't answer something, I can answer that for you later. There's the forums there, and we can get started. Get you down to your goal weight. And I specialize in this, so it really works great. Again, thank you so much for coming by the website. Have a great day.